Aries, my Aries, welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. I am Amanda. This is your reading for July 2019 and the new moon eclipse in Cancer. And whew, it's a big one so far, okay? So we're starting off in this energy of the Four of Swords and the Hangman. The Four of Swords is this resting and recuperation from some troubles, it looks like. Some healing. This could also be this person struggling emotionally and just kind of like hiding away in their bed, you know, because they can't really deal with all of this. So they just sort of hole up in their bed and hope to heal, hope that in that sleeping and resting their body that they get the healing that they're looking for. It's in the same line here with the Hangman energy. Hangman is a person willingly suspending themselves upside down by their foot, tying themselves to the tree. It's the Odin myth. Pardon me, they're hanging upside down, hoping that through the suffering, through the discomfort of being in this uncomfortable position and all of the blood rushing to your head, that bam, you get the spiritual revelation that you're hoping for. You get this divine revelation, in the case of Odin, of the runes all falling out of his head. So you are, I think that it looks like you've been through some nasty shit here, and you are in need of some major healing, and you are looking for some a little bit of divine intervention here, and a little bit of divine inspiration as to what to do and where to go. I can feel that it's time for you to come out of this Four of Swords and Hanged Man energy, because they were pulled in the reverse position, and I felt like I really needed to take them in that position, because I think it's time for you to come out of this energy. So if you've been kind of like hiding away or holding up or in suspended animation here, really hoping for enlightenment, I think it's on its way, because it's time for you to move out of this energy. I'm seeing with the Two of Coins here, this person's doing a balancing act. They're doing a juggling act. It's almost like they just got off the ship and they're running across the beach. It's like the ship just docked and they took off with their idea, and they're trying to juggle these two things. We see the infinity symbol here, which is also present in the Magician. And that stuck out to me here. So I think that there's something you're trying to manifest, and you took off running, and now you're realizing you got a lot to juggle. And I think that's becoming a burden. In the Ten of Wands here, we've got somebody that's just carrying this heavy load, and it's too much. It's too much. They can't walk any further with all of these sticks. You got to put it down. This burden has become too much, and you really have to put it down. You can't hide away from it any longer. You have to make this choice to put one of these things down. Whichever, because the very act of having to juggle both is too much on you. So you've got to put that down. Or perhaps there's very clearly one thing that is the burden that needs to go, that needs to get put down here. Regardless, whatever that is, it's like you need to put this down. And then the Page of Wands comes in and like lights a fire to that shit. This is some major blazing energy. It's like the hot coals that have been burning for a long, long time. You know, it's like when those coals get really hot because the fire's been blazing for hours, and that's the hottest part, the part where you can really cook things with. It's like, okay, use all of that fire that's been building, I think, in this time of suspended animation here. Use all of that fire to pick one of these wands. Pick one thing that's going to be your torch, that's going to light your way forward, and use that to set fire to all this other shit that you don't need. I'm cursing a lot in this reading. It's interesting. It's Aries energy. It's coming at me. Okay, so I think the Page of Wands comes in and lights the fire to this and says, I'm going in my own direction. I'm gonna do this. The Page of Wands is very creative energy. It's very Aries energy, in fact. Sometimes it can move a little fast, or in a really spontaneous way. But I don't think that's the issue for you here, because we've got the Four of Swords and the Hangman. I think you've been thinking on this. I think you've been like meditating, holding up, recuperating, hanging upside down, begging for this divine inspiration. So I don't think this decision is something that you're taking lightly, and I think it's going to be the right move to use that fire energy in a creative way to move forward in this new direction. Page, it's the Page of Wands. It's a new beginning in creativity, and a new beginning that comes from your soul here. And then something interesting here. We've got the Ace of Swords, which is the divine inspiration that you've been hoping for. It is that revelation of truth that just like drops. And it's funny too that I'm seeing it, you know, birds are spirit to me, and there's so many birds in this Spolia tarot, which I love. The birds are coming down here with the Sword of Truth. It's like the revelation is hitting you, as maybe the revelation is about what you need to do in this Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles situation, which thing you need to drop and set ablaze so that you can move on with a lighter load. And then I asked with this Page of Swords, what is happening in the unseen here in this situation? What is Spirit doing on your behalf? What's happening behind the scenes that you can't necessarily see? And I want you to see this card. It's the Page of Swords. Another page, by the way. Lots of newness, lots of beginning type energy here in your reading. Lots of just starting out energy. And notice how it looks like an angel coming down with wings and placing that Sword of Truth right where it needs to go. And you can see that it's in the middle of this like sandstorm happening. It's like sandstorm above, sandstorm below. Now, this could go two ways. Either it's like this Sword of Truth, this revelation's coming down and boop, causing the sandstorm, causing the shitstorm that needs to happen, which could be you letting go of something, you releasing these burdens and setting them ablaze and going in your own way. That could be that this revelation causes that storm. Oppositely, or conversely, it could be that the revelation comes in and calms the storm. So take that how it resonates for you, and I'm sensing that this might be a situation that plays out over the course of July, perhaps gets kicked off with the new moon in Cancer that is coming up quick here. So we're in eclipse season in July. We've got 2 eclipses in July. And there's lots of eclipse type energy happening here, with burdens needing to be released, set ablaze, going off in new passionate directions here, having divine revelations. And so either this revelation is going to cause the shitstorm, but the storm is kind of necessary and needs to happen. It just needs to be caused. Sometimes there's no way around it. Or the revelation, the truth, is going to come in from divine and really from what the cells of your body already know. Okay. It's going to come in and calm the storm. Again, take that how it resonates. Let's get some clarity here on this. All right, Spirit, where do I want to start? Let's start with the Four of Swords and the Hanged Man. What's going on here? Why is Aries in this Four of Swords Hangman energy? Why is Aries in this Four of Swords energy? Okay, we got all sorts of stuff falling out. Well, there we go. That makes sense. We got the Tower. And more Aries energy, the Knight of Wands. one more card here. I don't know if this Tower moment has happened yet for you, or if this is you just like hanging upside down trying to avoid the Tower that clearly needs to happen. Trying to keep a cap on your fire here. Oh, curious. This card came out for you in June. It's the Lovers. So if you haven't checked, go back and check your mid-June reading here, because here's the Lovers again for you, Aries. All right, so while you are in this Four of Swords and Hanged Man energy, I think you're mulling over a choice. I think that you are mulling over, am I going to create this shitstorm? Am I going to create this Tower moment? Am I going to use my Knight of Wands, Aries fire energy and create that fiery movement to break down something that is currently existing? That's the choice that you're mulling over here. And like I said, I believe in your mid-June reading, the choice with the Lovers, the ask here is that you see yourself in all of your glory, in all of your fullness. I think that's this Page of Wands. That's you. The Lovers is where you see yourself as the Page of Wands, and you end the Knight of Wands, and you see all of the beauty of your fire, all of its ability to consume and create new life and light a blaze towards action and inflame creativity and passion and heart. All of these beautiful things about you, Aries. And then also accepting all of the things you see in this reflection, which could be a destructive tendency, a tendency to set a blaze to everything, or to have the fire go out of control in a way that you can't rein it in. All of those things are present here, and none of them are, you know, we like to place judgments on something being bad or harmful, we being myself included here. It's a really hard habit to break. And I think the Lovers is asking you to see yourself in your entirety so that you can use the fire that you have to do what needs to be done here. Okay, interesting. Let's get a clue on the Two of Coins and the Ten of Wands. So first, why is the Two of Coins here? What's this decision? Yeah, the Magician. I love when tarot has synchronicities like that, because I saw the Magician's infinity symbol and I felt like you either like just manifested something or are trying to manifest something, but you're doing this juggling act, and it's like you can't really manifest if you're doing this juggling act. You've got to drop something so that you can focus. Drop the things that are burdening you so that you can truly focus and use the tools that you actually inherently possess to manifest this thing that you're trying to manifest. Whatever that is, be it a creative situation, a romantic situation. All situations are part romantic, part creative, don't you think? At least in my experience of the world. So whatever this is that you're trying to manifest, let's see what you need to drop here with the Ten of Wands. What has become a burden to our dear Aries? What has become a burden? What needs to be dropped here? What has become the burden? The Two of Swords. Interesting. Indecision. A stalemate. Feeling stuck. Not knowing what choice to make. So I think I said this earlier in the reading. The burden itself may be feeling like you have to make a choice. And I think that's why you're like holed up in this Four of Swords Hanged Man energy, because you're just like, I just can't make a choice. This is the Two of Swords. Like, crossed in front of you. Like, I'm gonna go over here and close my eyes because I really just can't make this choice. This choice is too hard. I want more info here. Please, Spirit, if you would, give us some more info on this Ten of Wands for Aries. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Okay. Okay. Four of Swords again. Yeah, so it's basically confirming what I just said here. You're afraid to put down. You're afraid to make this decision. You're afraid to cause this shitstorm. This like tower moment that needs to happen. And again, this could involve external forces, like you're afraid to cause a tower moment that's going to affect other people around you, or it's just like maybe this is all internal. Maybe and you know, anything external is also internal, so it's probably both, but maybe you're afraid to cause this tower moment, which really is like a lightning bolt strikes the top of this tower that needs to crumble because the foundation isn't right, and it's got to be rebuilt on stronger land that's not shifting sands. So I'm feeling like there's some fear here you know, it's like you'd rather just keep carrying the 10 wands. You'd rather just keep juggling and keep exhausting yourself than make the choice to drop the shit and let the tower crumble, let it burn, so that you can actually do the work to build the solid foundation. Whoa. Okay. Why is the Page of Wands here for Aries? Why is the Page of Wands here for Aries? Page of Cups. I love that. Oh man. Okay, so the Page of Cups is someone that's listening to their intuition, someone that I like the traditional depiction of this in the Smith Rider-Waite, because actually it shows, you know, there's a person holding a cup here, but in the traditional deck, it shows a fish jumping out of that cup talking to this person, and I like it because it's like, yeah, talk to that fish. Talk to that fish. People on the outside world might think you're crazy for standing here talking to a fish. You know, thinking like, oh, does that Aries think that they can talk to a fish? They must be nuts. No, you absolutely can talk to fishes. You absolutely can talk to the unseen. You absolutely can talk to spirit, because all of that is just you. All of that is within you. So, like, I think this is saying you will have the creative fire and the creative juices and direction and inspiration that you need when you talk to the muse. The muse is inside of you. The muse is that weird fish of your spirituality, of your intuition, of your the deep caves of your insides that you might not want to talk to, that you might be ashamed to talk to. No, this is the source of your magic. This is the source of your creative magic. Absolutely talk to this. In fact, it's been calling you. This Page of Cups has been calling you for a long time. Love that. Now, this could also be a love situation. So if you're dealing with a love situation, anything that I said basically so far could resonate for a love situation. We do have the Lovers over here, so very well could be. And the Page of Cups is the card of falling in love. It is a card of offering this cup of love to someone. It's offering the feelings of your heart, of your deepest, you know, the deepest caves within you, offering that to another person. So that may be the tower moment that's happening here, is you're juggling a situation and you've got to drop something, and Page of Wands move in this passionate new direction towards someone that you love. But if this is not romantic for you, then it is moving in that passionate new direction, realizing that your muse is that watery, intuitive, wild, spiritual space, heart space inside of you. And that's what you need to see in the mirror. And that's what you need to fall in love with in the mirror of the Lovers. Because it's your muse. And you've got to use it to direct this creative fire moving forward. Okay, let's figure out what the Ace of Swords, what's this revelation that is coming your way that you're hoping for? Yeah, okay, the Emperor. So this is a revelation of like how you can come into your power, how you can step into your power in this situation. And I think that's what you're trying to figure out in this moment of suspension that you're in over here is like, okay, how do I use my power wisely? How do I use my fire wisely? And you know, how do I apply that? What's the direction here moving forward? The Emperor is also think about it, you know, this is Aries energy, by the way, just like pure. So here's your card. Cool. That's good though. That means that your essence is coming out in your reading, because I think you are coming into your essence here with the Page of Wands. And so the Emperor is someone that runs their empire. You know, it's like they are the leader, the supreme leader of this kingdom. And I think that's what this revelation is coming for you. It's like coming to show you how to do that. Show you how to step into the leadership that is absolutely inside of you. Take all of this fiery energy and all of these ideas that you generate, and like the revelation that's coming is the one that helps you to actually direct it out in the world, helps you to step up to the plate of the leader of your own life and put all of this creativity to fruition. I think that's what that is. And let's see what the Page of Swords here. What's divine coming in with this Page of Swords? Feels really similar in energy to the Ace of Swords. So what is this Page of Swords coming in from divine? Okay. Dang it, we got the Hanged Man again. Okay. Let's get more. Please. Please, can we have some more information? What is this revelation that's going to come out? Okay, this card just really wants to be seen. Yay, it's the Chariot. Okay, this is forward movement. This is good. This is forward movement in the direction of your Emperor, in the direction of this empire that you're trying to build here. And again, that could be a love relationship, you know, a partnership that you're trying to come into where you step into your power and you all have forward motion together. And this could also, and I'm feeling more so, a creative endeavor that finally has the direction and the leader, you, that it needs to get off the ground, to get out of suspended animation and out into the world here with this Chariot, actually moving towards what you need to do here. This movement is coming for you. Also, something I wanted to say about the Page of Swords. There's some advice here with the Page of Swords, which is you have plenty of knowledge right now, right where you are. Don't be afraid to start. We stop ourselves from starting things because we think we need more education. We think we need more practice. We think we don't have the authority to share what we know. That's the insecurity of the Page of Swords, because they feel like they're just starting out in something. Regardless, you just have to start. And that's what the Chariot is saying here, and the Hanged Man. Get out of the Hanged Man. Once you get the revelation that helps you understand where you need to go, what you need to release here, you just got to start. You just step up and decide to be the Emperor, and you will learn as you go. You will learn along the way. Don't be afraid to share what you know, thinking that it's premature. Just go ahead and do it. You'll learn as you go, and you'll evolve, and you'll hone what you're sharing and how you're sharing it, what you're expressing and how you're expressing it out in the world. You'll hone that as you go, but don't wait for some sort of magical, perfect, right moment. It doesn't exist. Just do it with everything that you have in you now, because, by the way, the Magician is here to tell you that you have everything you need. So trust that. You are the Magician. You are complete. You have all the tools at your disposal. Just go. Just go. Even if you feel like a noob. Even if you feel like a student in some ways. You gotta learn somehow. okay? You gotta learn somehow. Just checking the bottom of the deck. Okay. It was the Queen of Swords, by the way. So again, we have these swords that are like coming in terms of revelation. The Queen of Swords is that inner truth. Standing really firm in your inner truth. It's also boundaries. A card of boundaries. So maybe with this, you know, especially if there is a love situation, there may be some boundaries that need to happen here. Once you let something go. So I'm just thinking, I think it's more that you're in this energy, the Four of Swords, the Hangman, the Queen of Swords. I think you're more in boundaries energy right now. And it's like time to come out a little bit. Not that you ever come out of your boundaries, but you know what I mean. All right, I want to get a major arcana card for you here with the Botanical Tarot and see what the overall energy or advice for Aries is. And that is, my friends, the Tower, which showed up for you here. Okay, so I do think it is time for this Tower moment. And for some reason, I'm feeling like the Tower is coming from you. You know, sometimes the Tower can come from external forces, just like coming in and changing your situation and causing things to kind of like blow up a little bit, whether those are like little internal blow-ups where you go, oh, okay, that's not that. I thought it was this, but it's this. Or it's more of an external like life happening. For some reason in this situation, I'm feeling like you are the catalyst. Your choice is the catalyst, is the Tower moment. And if you decide not, like if you are really staying stubborn in this Four of Swords Hangman energy, we're entering eclipse season, and with the Page of Swords here, maybe like the divine is stepping in to create the shitstorm, to create the Tower if you don't do it, you know? So if this is resonating, and just so you know, like if this is a reading that is for you, you know, I can't pick up on absolutely everyone's energy. So if I'm picking up on your energy, you'll know it. Because, you know, most things I'm saying, you'll be like, ooh, yep, ooh, yep, ooh, yep. And so if this reading is for you, I think you probably already know what this Tower moment is. I just want to make that really clear. Okay. And if you don't, you know, but the rest of this reading is resonating with you, then perhaps the Tower moment is coming, and it is something more unexpected. But you can trust that it will be for your highest good and greatest joy, and it will be the thing that leads you towards embodying that Page of Wands energy, which is you, embodying this Emperor energy, which is you. It is time, my friend, my dear Aries friend. It is time. All right, that is your reading for July 2019 and the new moon eclipse in Cancer. If you enjoyed this video, please do click like so that the video can get out to those who need it. You can also subscribe to my channel so that we can stay connected as things just keep eclipsing. And if you're really liking what you see here, you can check the link to see my work further on Patreon. Thanks again for listening, y'all, and I'll see you mid-July.